Hello guys, welcome to Studio 9 and today we will be looking at the export presets option in Premiere Pro. Before we head into this video, don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel and click on that notification bell icon so you never miss one of my videos. Now let's get into the video. So here I have a video that I was previously working at. It was a side project and so I have it already. So in this video I'll be looking at the export presets option which are available to you while exporting, as the name says. So we're going to go to our export option here. I have just quickly selected the whole part that I need to. So I'm just going to go to media. Now here you can see this is the basic stats that you get. This is the default that I get. Now we're going to start with a format. So HEVC H.264. So this is the default format for me. This is the format that keeps your file sizes lower and video quality higher. The highest that it can with like a low file size. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to H.264. For the option that we'll be seeing in this, we'll be going to H.264 specifically. So another heads up in the video, we'll be looking at specific types of exports for separate social media platforms. And I'll also be showing you how to directly export to them and just uploading it online onto them. So here, once again, guys, I'm warning you, H.264, that is the format that we'll be using for the specialized exports of videos for that specific platform. So now we're going to go to presets and now you'll start seeing like Adobe Stock HD. Now you start seeing Facebook. This will all be for exporting to Facebook. Now you're going to go high quality. You're like, yeah, that's normal. And then you have mobile devices for your mobiles. You have for Twitter, via Monoscopic, Vimeo, and now finally you have YouTube. So I'm just going to export this as a YouTube video of Full HD 1080p. Now here we have this. So you have all the basic options, all the necessities that are required by YouTube. So YouTube has specific guidelines that they need your video formats and files, etc. to be followed to actually upload it. Like for a certain video resolution, your file needs to be a certain size and etc. You can all search them up when you go on. You can just search them all up on Google. So as I've said before, this is like a side project I'm working on, and now we have chosen the YouTube 1080p Full HD option that configures the file size for YouTube specifically. You could say like it won't be not playable on other platforms, but it would be better played on YouTube than a normal file, you could say. So now you have all these different options: Adobe Creative Cloud, Adobe Stock, Behance. So this is the Publish tab right here. You have the Effects tab, you have Video tab, you have Audio tab, you have Multiplexer tab, you have the Captions tab, and then you have the Publish tab. So in the Publish tab, you're going to save your account wherever you're uploading your video, on whichever platform you're uploading. You need to save the account of that platform onto your settings, and then it will just directly upload. So we're going to go find YouTube. So you can see we have Adobe Creative Cloud, you have Adobe Stock, Behance, Facebook, FTP, Twitter, Vimeo, and last but not least, we have YouTube. This is how it's going to look unenabled. You're going to have to go and click right here in this option. You're going to click here, YouTube. This will be how it's shown when you haven't signed in at all yet. So we're going to go to sign in. I'll just blur this whole screen out because this is all private sensitive information. And now you see it has already chosen that channel for me. This is the channel that I have. So now if you have playlists on your channel, you can choose them. I do not. And then you can give it a title. So let's keep it. The output name will directly be given as a title if you haven't set a separate title. So I'll just quickly name it side project, because that is what it is. You can just add your description. So this is a side project. Now you have that. Now you can set the privacy. So since I'm actually not going to show this to anyone, I'll just keep this as private. Tags, hashtag, I don't know, side project. Now you have custom thumbnail. So you have the option of either using a frame from the source video or from an image file. So what the image file does, you'll be given an option here, I believe, custom thumbnail. So you're going to go and you're going to choose a file. So we'll just actually go to our edited video. No, sorry, we're going to go to our samples, because that is where I keep all the pictures and everything. Now, okay, let's take this export to frame, which I had worked on in the previous video. So here we have this. So the picture you just saw before, that will be used as thumbnail, but then another option will be to choose a frame from the source video. So maybe I like this as I see it right now. This is where I kept my cursor on the sequence, and you can just change the timeline here. So here we have 2105. So we'll just enter that exactly. Just not make any mistakes. 2105. Now it has matched up both for me and here. Now we come to our last option right here. So this is the delete local file after upload option. Okay, so here is how things work in this publish option. It exports the video after rendering the whole thing and being done with everything. It exports the video onto your device. Then it uploads it onto YouTube, at least for this option that I've chosen. So we'll actually do that because I don't want to keep a file space. Another thing you might have noticed is that now it says custom. It no longer says YouTube 1080p Full HD. It says custom. So that's a thing. Now we have all the option here. We will just leave this untouched because we're not looking at the whole of exports, though that is a majority of it. Now you have this option. It'll be a very big hassle to like go to that same preset, do your customization, because people don't fully use the given presets. Maybe they make like small little changes that they need to keep to, I don't know, maybe sometimes make their video iconic or so on, like that. So here you see the preset name is just given custom because that is a custom preset. Now I'm going to show you the save option. So you're going to go over here right next to the preset option. You see this arrow down button onto, I'm not sure exactly what that is. Maybe it's a PC lying down. I'm not sure really. In the process of recording this video, I've just realized that I think it's actually a hard disk. Like I think I'm pretty sure that's a hard disk, but like it's downloading on a hard disk. Yeah. So I'm just going to click that. Now you can save the name of this preset. So YouTube 1080p with publish options. And now you're going to see this save effects settings and save publish settings. So right now we haven't touched that effects tab there. So we're not going to touch that for now for this video. We're going to look at the save publish settings. You have to click this, otherwise the publish settings of yours are not saved. So you're going to have to go and choose to publish that video every time. So now I'm just going to click OK. So now you can see that preset is here. But now if I cancel it and I just go and export again, that should reset the whole thing. And now you see HEVC H.264 and then match source high bitrate. Another mention for this match source high bitrate, which comes as default, is that it produces a high bitrate video with the same resolution that your video is edited in. So like it's a 1080p video, it will render it as a 1080p video. Now once again, as I've told you before, go to H.264 for the option that we have specified. H.264, you still have the match source high bitrate option. You have this. So now you're just going to scroll up, at least for me, and now you see I have two of these options. I'm not sure why, but now here you have custom YouTube 1080p with published settings. Wait, which one was it that we saved, right? I think it was the second one. So we're going to click on that. And now you can see it has been optimized like the YouTube 1080p, at least in our case, but also has the publish option saved right here. So now I'm just going to click the export button and it's going to once again export the file onto your device, and then it's going to upload it onto that social media platform, and then it's going to delete that file later. Guys, One thing I would like to say before starting the export option and like effectively being done with most of this video is that when enabling the publish options, you always have to be careful. So what could happen is, maybe if you're like a newbie, if you're new at editing, you may make mistakes. So if you're seeing your video while it's uploading and you see a mistake that you made with your editing, you can stop the export if you want to, and then delete the export file. You can stop the upload that is happening so the video doesn't go online. You can delete the export file and work on it again. But then with this option, your video is exported and directly uploaded. So you don't actually have time between the export and the upload. Like they both happen back to back. So you don't have any time to watch the video once it's exported. So you always have to be careful while working on your file, and you have the export settings with the publish settings enabled. So now I'm just going to go and click export. So what has happened now is that the video has finished exporting and now it's going to upload. Yes. You can see it just picked up speed. That's a fast upload. So this is just an upload, and when it's uploaded, when it's fully uploaded online, it's going to process. So now it's done with the video. I think there was like a lag or something because it like abruptly just finished. So I'm pretty sure it's done with the video. Now we'll be going on to YouTube Studio and we'll be seeing whether the video is there. I'll be showing you. Now here is the video that we edited, and you can see all our details: video quality, SD and HD, video link, everything is here, and it's private. I can even make it unlisted or public, or I can even schedule it if I want. But I'm setting it at private. I'm keeping it as it is. You can keep your end screen card. You can add a playlist. You will also have to choose all these small details. You'll have to save them. Later, you'll have to like make those changes. So guys, that was it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next time. Don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and click on the notification bell icon. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.